Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Monday, the 2nd of October. India remembers Father of Nation Mahatma Gandhi on his 148th birth anniversary. Court issues arrest warrants for ousted Pakistani Premier Sharif's children in corruption case. And Myanmar, Bangladesh agree to draw up plan for Rohingya refugees' repatriation. And now for all the details, India on Monday paid homage to iconic freedom fighter Mahatma Gandhi on his birth anniversary. Indian President Ramnath Kovind led the nation in paying tributes to Gandhi, who was also referred as the father of the nation at his memorial Rajghat in capital New Delhi.
Indian President Ramnath Kovind on Monday led the nation in paying tributes to Father of the Nation Mahatma Gandhi on his 148th birth anniversary. Vice President Venkaiah Naidu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi among other leaders joined Kovind at Gandhi's memorial Rajghat in New Delhi. A large number of people gathered at Rajghat and attended special prayers marking the day. Gandhi was born in 1869 in India's western Gujarat province and played a key role in Indian freedom struggle. He demonstrated, propagated and insisted for individual and community cleanliness throughout his lifetime. Government following his footsteps launched Swachh Bharat Abhiyan or Clean India Mission on the same day in 2014 to make the country open defecation free and achieve 100% sanitation coverage by October 2019. Marking the third year of the flagship initiative, Prime Minister Modi called on Indians to unite to ensure the success of the ambitious project while speaking at an event in New Delhi.
अगर 1000 महात्मा गांधी आ जाएं, 1 लाख नरेंद्र मोदी आ जाएं, सभी मुख्यमंत्री मिल जाए, सभी सरकारें मिल जाए, तो भी स्वच्छता का सपना कभी पूरा नहीं हो सकता है, नहीं हो सकता है। लेकिन अगर 125 करोड़ देशवासी आ जाएं, तो देखते ही देखते सपना पूरा हो जाएगा।
He lauded young children of the country for their contribution to the cause and said they have become biggest ambassadors of cleanliness who ensure that no one in their family litters.
Meanwhile, 3 civilians were killed on Monday as Pakistani troops targeted forward posts along the border in Indian Kashmir. In another incident, 2 militants were gunned down by security forces in the province as they claimed to have foiled an infiltration bid.
Three miners were killed and several other civilians injured on Monday as Pakistani troops violated ceasefire along the frontier in India's northern Jammu and Kashmir province. Pakistani troops targeted dozens of villages and posts with automatic gunfire and mortar shells in Poonch district of the province. The injured have been admitted in a district hospital.
ये तो बड़ा दुख बड़ी बात है कि आए दिन इस तरह की फायरिंग से सिविलियन का नुकसान होता है और बॉर्डर के उस पार से जो इश्तियाल अंगेज़ तरह की गोलाबारी होती है, इससे बहुत नुकसान होता है सिविलियंस का और हम सब का।
Meanwhile, 2 militants were killed in a gunfight as the Indian Army claimed to have foiled an infiltration bid in Baramulla district of the province on Monday. India accuses Pakistan of training and arming militants and helping them infiltrate across the line of control or LOC, a de facto border that divides Kashmir. Pakistan denies those allegations.
In news from Pakistan, the National Accountability Bureau Court on Monday deferred the indictment of Pakistan's ousted Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif in a corruption case filed against him. The court also issued non-bailable arrest warrants against his sons and son-in-law for failing to appear before the court in the case.
An accountability court hearing corruption references against Pakistan's ousted Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and his family on Monday issued non-bailable arrest warrants for his sons and son-in-law. Sharif's daughter Maryam was reissued bailable arrest warrants for failing to appear before the court. Sharif appeared before the court on Monday and left without being indicted in 3 graft cases prepared by National Accountability Bureau or NAB against him and his family. The court deferred his indictment to October 9, the next date of hearing. Pakistan's Supreme Court had disqualified Sharif from his office on July 28 in the Panama Papers case and ordered NAB to file corruption references against the Sharif family and Finance Minister Ishaq Dar. Dar has already been indicted in the reference against him for possessing assets beyond his known sources of income.
Moving on, pro-freedom Baloch activists across the globe in recent months have intensified their peaceful protest against Pakistan. According to them, atrocities on their people in southwestern Balochistan province at the hands of Pakistani authority and military continue.
Baloch activists allege that Pakistan has been using forces to subdue the voices of Baloch people, and the act of human rights violations in southwestern Balochistan province is ongoing. Activists also say the multi-billion China-Pakistan economic corridor is an exploitation of Balochistan's rich natural resources and term it illegal. Baloch activist and president of Baloch Diaspora France, Ali Akbar Mengal, said the Pakistan military's barbaric act of kill and dump policy continues and students are mainly targeted.
When they start this project, CPEC China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, so Pakistan intelligence and army is paving the way for CPEC and killing the Baloch youth who are opposing this, especially Baloch student organization Azad, Baloch National Movement, Baloch Republican Party.
Mengal also alleged that media is not allowed to report the real news about the region and there is complete blackout of media. He also said that the authorities have deliberately neglected construction of educational or training centers to keep the locals backward.
In news from Afghanistan, Afghan President Ashraf Ghani on Sunday met Pakistan's Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa in Kabul. Talks on issues including security in the region, peace and stability, anti-terror efforts were discussed between the two.
Afghan President Ashraf Ghani held talks with Pakistan's Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa in Kabul on Sunday, the Afghan President's office confirmed in a statement. Both sides discussed regional security, bilateral relations, fight against terrorism, trade and transit, the statement read. Ghani said good opportunities of cooperation are being provided and both countries should get the most out of the current situation. Pakistan assured its readiness to cooperate with Afghanistan in counter-terrorism efforts, which it said is a joint threat, and supported Afghan-led efforts to promote peace. This meeting comes as United States had last month promised a stepped-up military campaign against Taliban insurgents and also pledged support to the Afghan government. Afghanistan and Pakistan accuse each other for turning a blind eye towards the militant groups operating along their shared border.
Moving on to news from Bangladesh, Myanmar on Monday proposed to repatriate over 500,000 Rohingya refugees who have fled into Bangladesh following a military crackdown. Officials of both the countries held talks in Bangladesh's capital Dhaka and decided to form a joint working group to draw up plans for the repatriation process.
Myanmar and Bangladesh on Monday agreed to form a joint panel for repatriation of Rohingya refugees. Kyo Tin Sui, a minister of Myanmar State Councillor Office, offered a proposal while meeting Bangladesh Foreign Minister H. Mahmood Ali in Dhaka. The decision comes amid international pressure on Myanmar to take back Rohingya refugees who have fled violence in the western part of the country. The violence erupted in the troubled Rakhine province last month when Rohingya insurgents attacked security posts, triggering a military crackdown. Since then, thousands of Rohingya Muslims have been forced to flee into Bangladesh and other countries. Bangladesh is currently sheltering an estimated over 500,000 Rohingya refugees, according to the United Nations.
Over 100 different species of butterflies have been spotted by experts as the annual migration exercise has begun in India's southern Coimbatore city. The sight of the winged visitors huddled together is a splendid feast for the eyes.
Large swarms of butterflies are flocking to India's southern Coimbatore city these days as part of an annual migration exercise. The winged visitors huddle together on wet earth, flowering trees and shrubs in the city, which is a feast for the eyes. So far, 107 different species of butterflies have been spotted by experts at the Salim Ali Centre for Ornithology and Natural History or SECON in the city.
The reason for seeing a very good number of butterflies on SECON campus is because of the availability of the vegetation for them, I mean the feeding ground rather for them. And it's a very small area, which is about 55 acre size only. And in the 20 years ago, this was a barren land.
Large-scale migration is believed to be an act of dispersal where they reproduce in huge numbers and disperse the young ones to various destinations. Butterflies are considered important indicators of an ecosystem's health. They migrate to escape harsh climate conditions and find adequate food for survival.
A cycle rally to promote mountain biking is receiving enthusiastic participation from across the globe in India's northern Himachal Pradesh province. The 9-day-long rally was flagged off on Friday and is currently underway.
Cyclists from India and around the world are participating with great enthusiasm in a cycle rally in India's northern Shimla city. The 9-day Himalayan Mountain Biking or MTB cycle rally has been organized to promote the sport, and about 92 participants from 17 different nations are participating in it. This is the 13th edition of the rally and it will cover various districts in the hilly Himachal Pradesh province with an elevation gain of 16,500 meters.
This is my third time here doing the MTB Hero Himalaya, and of course this is a very different race from all the others that I do, because it is in a very particular place, which is the Himalaya, and it's India. So all the conditions are very hard for us, not only the treks, but there's also a cultural gap, so this makes the race harder and harder.
Touted to be one of the toughest around the world, the rally will conclude on October 7th in the hill town of Dharamshala in the province.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on Facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.